Winter meetings are in the books, and a couple players that signed elsewhere met with the Cubs. One guy said that he wanted to play for the Cubs, but he didn't get the deal he wanted. We're going to get into that. Devin Williams ended up signing with the Mets, but could have been a Cub. Pete Alonso, a former Met, signed with Baltimore, but met with the Cubs, and the Cubs ended up signing Collin Snider on a minor league deal. Oh, how about left-hander Hoby Milner? They did get him on a big league deal. We'll get into all that right here on the Cubs Baseball channel. A lot going on in the world of rumors in Cubs baseball. Thank you guys for being here. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Let's go. What do you say, everybody? Mick Gillespie, Cubs Baseball channel, coming at you today. Great to talk to you guys and talk Cubs baseball. We do that on the Cubs Baseball channel every day. And you want one of these right here? I got you. Just join AveD. That's our Web3 home. The QR code's right there. We pick games. We give away weekly prizes. And I want to see you guys all outfitted in one of these Cubs Baseball channel hats. All right, let's get into the news of the day. And I don't know, I guess the Cubs signing left-hander Hoby Milner is the top news, right? And you're saying, now, what do we know about Milner? Well, he is a reliable sidearm left-handed reliever who induces a lot of weak contact and ground balls, which is something that the Cubs like. He's got an unconventional delivery. You remember him when he was in Milwaukee. He was a player for Craig Counsell, and he has like a sinker slider. His unique sidearm slot makes it tough for batters to kind of, especially lefties, to figure out what he's doing. And he gets a lot of weak contact. He's like a great sidearmer would. Throws the sweeper 30% of the time. That averages about 78 miles an hour, a little higher. The sinker 33% of the time. That's 87.5 miles an hour. That's like his fastball. Changeup comes in at 81. 17% of the time he throws that. And then he's got a four-seam fastball, which is right there with the sinker. So I guess that's also his fastball. So sinker's 33% of the time. Four-seamers 15% of the time. 2023 was really good. You guys remember that. He had a 1.82 ERA. 2024 struggled a little bit more with a 4.73 earned run average, and then came back last year with the Texas Rangers. Through 73 games, those sidearmers can go and go and go. He's kind of a very reliable middle relief type guy, and had a 3.84 ERA. So fantastic year. So the Cubs go and they sign him. And, and you're like, okay, well, what does that mean? It means that the Cubs are really trying to strengthen their bullpen, and the question is like, how does this affect the other guys, the Caleb Thielbars, the Drew Pomerantz, lefties in the bullpen? I don't know. I think that it means that the Cubs could sign them as well. But this 34-year-old is really good. He got a 1-year, $3.75 million contract. And I think that the Cubs would love to have as many good arms as they could get, right? And that goes back to what Craig Counsell said. He was like, the bullpen wasn't what we thought we had at the beginning of the year. It was other guys that stepped up and made the bullpen good, but it wasn't the guys that they thought that they were going to have. So now if you could get a whole good bullpen, the guys you thought were going to be good and maybe the guys you develop, or maybe you just think everybody's going to be good and they are, then I think that would really help the Cubs at the beginning of the season when they're trying to adjust to probably not having Kyle Tucker and figure out how they're going to attack. Now, one guy that they didn't get is Devin Williams. And according to reports, Devin Williams, who was with the Yankees last year, really wanted to be a Cub. Like, it was his top choice. You remember him from Milwaukee. He was great in Milwaukee. But the Cubs couldn't match the offer, which was $51 million that Williams got in a deal. And so, okay, That's what the Mets gave him. The Mets had to have a closer because the Dodgers took Edwin Diaz. So, you know what? I mean, I don't know that's such a bad split, right? I mean, you save a little cash, you get a good closer. But, how close were the Cubs to paying that? And is he, is it worth it? I don't know. I mean, I think we all would love to have knocked down a closer like Williams, but I just don't know what the value is. I mean, I can't sit here and tell you that it would be the right move or not. I don't know. I think he would be a good, back end guy, but I guess we're going to have to see what the Cubs have in mind as far as someone. And then Suarez signed, so he's off the table now. So a lot of these like really high leverage closers are being picked up. And when we started this, I wasn't thinking, okay, well, the big move's going to be signing Milner. No, I didn't think that. I don't think you guys did either, but there's still a long way to go before, all of this stuff is over when it comes to free agency. Now, this one was interesting to me. I didn't get into it on yesterday's show. Baltimore signed the polar bear, Pete Alonso, to try to help them. They were right on the cusp of making a run, and then they had a huge drop-off the next year, right? So now, here we are again, and it's like Baltimore's like, we got to get some star players, and they did. This is it's a guy that's going to hit you a bunch of home runs, going to strike out a lot. He's going to help give you a little bit of attitude. But the Cubs actually met with him. And this is so curious to me because he got about the same contract that Kyle Schwarber got. $155 million. Same neighborhood as Schwarb's. It's a power guy. What were you going to sign him to be a DH? And I mean, I don't think that the Cubs were ever going to sign him. I think that it was probably just trying to figure out what the market was. I think it was a strategic thing. 5 years, 155, 5 years, 150. You could have Schwarb's. Look, Baltimore struck out on Schwarber and they got Alonso. And I would have been more comfortable taking Schwarb's just because of if I was the Cubs, I would think I can do a lot with this guy and make money outside of just winning baseball games and hitting home runs. But where would he have played? Like I just was kind of like, what if Alonso was going to come to the Cubs, where would you have put him? Because he's not playing first base because Michael Busch has got that locked down. So maybe DH. Maybe, and if you did that, then I don't know. I hear these reports, and I'm not denying that it probably happened because I think it did, but I just don't see the fit there with Pete Alonso. And it was kind of surprising to me. But remember when he was apparently for the last couple of years, like possible deadline deal, the Cubs kind of came up a few times as maybe potential destination to trade for him. Didn't happen. And then they met with him, but it didn't happen either. I don't know. I just don't know where the fit would have been. But you guys tell me, get in the comment section. I don't know, like maybe DH. I heard Craig Counsell talking about Seiya Suzuki and, kind of how Seiya had last year go. And it makes you feel comfortable because he was really excited about the way he played in the postseason. All of us were too. We saw it. The way that the season started last year. Then there was that kind of gap in the middle. I thought he played really good defense down the stretch. I hope that continues because I like the combination of him and Owen Casey if you don't have Kyle Tucker. So, final thing on the show today, Collin Snider lands a minor league deal with the Cubs. Snider, not a household name, but he's been part of that Mariners bullpen, kind of the taxi squad back and forth between AAA and the big leagues. And that's where the Cubs got Drew Pomerantz, and Seattle known for having a great bullpen. And so, here's a guy who is going to come in on a minor league deal, but hope to make the team. And look, the guys, you've known him with the Mariners, you know him with the Royals, lifetime 128 big league appearances, 4.48 ERA. And he's struck out 104 batters in 122 innings plus, right? So, you'll see if the Cubs can kind of turn this guy into something that's a little more consistent. But look, Pomerantz last year, who would have thought Pomerantz, pulling him out of Tacoma, was going to end up being one of the best lefties in baseball? So this is what your scouts are doing constantly, just looking, seeing where they can, find a guy here, there, or whatever. So maybe this is one of those guys that they'll be able to land. So that's where we are right now. Want to tell you guys again to please like and subscribe, share with your Cubs friends, help build this channel. You guys watch all the time, and I appreciate it so much. Can't tell you that enough. Thank you. Now we just got to keep on getting that subscriber base up. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. Have a great day. Weekend's here, right? Thank God it's Friday, and we'll do it again tomorrow. But great to see you. And again, brought to you by our friends in the Smoky Mountains, where a lot of you like to go on vacation from Chicagoland. Christmas lights are up. Great place to go hang out, whether it be now or in spring or in the summer. But when you're there, don't forget about Sevierville, and visit Sevierville on your way to Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg.
When you head to the Smoky Mountains, it's only natural to visit Sevierville.
Even we had to check it out.
And we've been here our whole lives.
Experience the adventure of a lifetime.
I'm king of the world.
Even you can get a bird's eye view of the Smokies.
You're going down, Billy. Whoa.
Your Smokies start here.